Duke's been trying to call in all day. What's up, bro?
Oh, hey, what's up, Garrett?
I'm glad you got through.
Oh, yeah. Well, not like I got anything better to do tonight.
Well, what's that mean? Nothing better?
Not much. So, I don't know, I've just been enjoying your stream. I haven't played Rising myself, but I've seen a lot of other people play it. It really looks like an interesting game. I love Platinum games.
You're a big Platinum fan.
Yeah, actually, if anyone has PS Plus who's watching this, Vanquish is free now if you have that. Highly recommend that game.
Dude. Get it. Go get Vanquish. I have it on disc, and I never beat it, but it was fucking awesome. Like, I was really, really into it. I think it just came out around a time where a bunch of other stuff came out, and it was like one of those games where I never quite got that deep into. I think I played maybe like 4 hours, got 2 or 3 levels in, 2 or 3 chapters, and then just fell by the wayside. But it fucking looked awesome. So that was, you can confirm that was a Platinum title?
Yeah, Vanquish is Platinum.
Yeah, I know. I got it just because Shinji Mikami worked on it.
Oh yeah, he did.
It was like
his
baby.
He works with Platinum now.
Yeah.
Because he used to work for Clover, and Clover turned into Platinum. So.
And then before that, Capcom.
Yeah. And
back in the 90s.
Yeah. So, I didn't start Metal Gear off at the beginning. I jumped in on 3. When did you start with Metal Gear games? Did you start with Solid, or?
I started previous to Solid. I had the first Metal Gear on NES, and as a kid, I was like not good at it at all. Didn't really know or understand how to play it. It was interesting as a kid with NES games. I would put them in, play it for like 5 minutes, but not understand what to do, and then take it out, put another one in. And it was like, only as an adult, like in junior high, I realized like, oh, I can't see in the cave when I play Zelda because I don't have the candle. Duh. It's like so elementary now, but as a kid, I just did not fucking get it. So, yeah, I played the old NES Metal Gear. I never got the second one. And then I played everything from Solid on. I've been like a diehard fan. A friend of mine, my friend Jordan Tidwell, told me, dude, Metal Gear Solid is coming to PlayStation. They're making a new Metal Gear game, and it's Solid Snake again, and it's going to be whatever. And I was like, oh, fuck yeah, I remember that old NES game. That's cool. So I played Solid, I played 2. I bought Zone of the Enders just to get the demo for Metal Gear Solid 2.
Cool.
I bought Zone of the Enders just to get the demo for this fucking game. Yeah, I've been a pretty hardcore fan ever since. I have all the PSP, Portable Ops Plus. I've got the digital graphic novel on UMD. I got the terrible Metal Gear Acid games even. I mean, they're not terrible. They just weren't really
different.
They weren't my thing.
Just like WoW Rising's different.
Yeah. But yeah, I've been just nuts about the series ever since.
Oh yeah, I jumped in with 3, as I said. It was actually, I remember going to GameStop and just blind buying. They had like buy one get one free used games.
Oh yeah.
And I blind bought. I heard Metal Gear Solid 3. I heard it's good. I heard it's good to jump into. You don't need to like play the others. And the free game I got was God Hand, which was Clover's last game.
Oh, okay.
They eventually became Platinum, and that's how I got kind of into their stuff.
I've heard people... I never played God Hand. I remember when that came out. I remember the advertising for it was awesome. But I've heard people liken some stuff in Rising to that game.
Well, yeah. Well, considering it's the same team who made it, I can totally see that.
Yeah.
God Hand was basically, Clover made, before it was Okami and Beautiful Joe.
Yes.
And the story goes, like, after they made those 2, Shinji Mikami said, I want to make this game that's like a beat-em-up, 3D beat-em-up game. And Capcom said, yeah, go ahead, and, like, don't really worry about money. And then at the last second, they took most of their money. So it's a very low-budget game, but I think it's fun for what it is. Very hard, though. Yeah,
I've heard it's difficult.
Yeah, unforgivable.
Eric's been having some problems. I've heard him swearing in his bedroom because I think he's trying to play on hard, and he's been getting his ass kicked on a couple of boss fights and stuff.
Yeah, I was the one who recommended that game to him, and I think he hates me for it.
Oh, not I wasn't talking about God Hand. I was talking about Rising.
Oh, well, I recommended him God Hand, and he said, yeah, I just, fuck you, man.
Did he get it? Did he play God Hand?
Yeah, it's like $10 on PSN. So,
oh, cool.
Because that's what I do like that PSN has PS2 classics for like $10 now.
That's
awesome. That was one of the first ones too, which was weird to me.
Yeah, I haven't played any of the PS2 classics. I just bought a bunch of PS1 classics.
Well, hey, you got that free $10.
I do. Yeah, that's really cool of Sony to do that.
Yeah, except they didn't give me one.
Well, I'm sorry, bro. Hey, it was a surprise to me.
A lot of people I know, like, you know, they've had it since launch. They didn't get it, but really, it's $10. Whatever.
Yeah, I mean, how long have you had your PS3?
Well, I have mine since like I think 2007. I didn't have it at launch.
Oh, okay.
But maybe that's it. But whatever. Even then, I'm not crying over what. I don't think I deserve $10. So.
I think you do deserve $10.
Oh, how sweet.
Well.
So you haven't seen anything for the PS4, right? I mean, I'm sorry, I did join a little later, so I have it all.
Yeah, I mean, I've seen some stuff. I didn't watch the whole stream. I wonder, did they show the body, like the actual like?
No,
case?
They did not.
They didn't show what the They showed the controller, but they didn't show the PS4.
Yeah.
Huh. Well, I mean, the dev kit looks like a computer, so.
Well, that's how most game dev kits look.
So there's nothing to go on. I was just interested aesthetically in that. I always like seeing what people mock up, and if the final product ends up looking anything like that.
Yeah, I get what you mean, but at the same time, you know, who cares as long as it's not like a literal giant brick, you know, like the original Xbox.
Well, even if it is.
Yeah, that even if
although
it is,
you know, like I kind of take my consoles around. Like I'm always popping my hard drive on my 360 off and bringing it like to the office. Like today, I just brought a PS3 with the disc and a controller in and slapped it in my my gaming case here. But yeah, I tend to actually carry my consoles around more than I should probably.
Well, I can imagine this one, if it might be on the chunky side, just because it's a new console. They'll always have a slim model eventually.
Eventually, yeah. Which I don't know why that upsets people.
I don't think it's whatever. Technology moves on. You find out how to fold things a little better.
Yeah, and then you get a price cut.
Yeah. I was a little surprised that, like, it's been a pretty hectic month for announcements, both for this and then last night, NVIDIA, the big computer graphics team, launched their new, well, they didn't launch, they announced their new graphics cards that are like 10 times more powerful than the ones currently on the market.
Whoa. 10 time boot, like a 10 times jump in
power with relatively like little jump in power consumption, they said.
Wow.
I mean, I imagine it'll cost a fortune.
Fuck yeah, well, that's the one thing, that's why I got out of PC gaming when I did, because I remember graphics cards started costing as much as my entire computer tower. It was like fucking ridiculous that I couldn't keep up with the games I wanted to play.
I have like a mid-tier graphics card. I'm kind of a PC gamer, but at the same time, I don't think graphics make a game, so I don't care as much.
Okay.
You know, as long as I'm having fun with the game, you know, I'm okay with it.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
I think we're going to do some VR missions, Duke. What do you say?
Go right ahead.
All right.
Oh, speaking of VR missions, DLC for Rising, are you interested in any of it? I know they only announced costumes and the VR stuff, but have you heard about the Wooden Sword DLC?
No. What's the Wooden Sword DLC?
Well, it's only for Japan, they announced so far, and only for PS3, but it's a wooden sword that is non-lethal, so you get like no kill bonuses.
Oh, okay.
Like in this game you do, but at the same time they're not like crazy good bonuses, because the game realizes you have a sword, you're gonna kill a lot of people.
Yeah.
Yeah. But and it has the soul of Solid Snake in it.
Oh, inside the wooden sword.
And it apparently will say lines that Snake says as you go through the game.
Oh, it'll like talk to you. Oh, you know what? I did hear something about some kind of talking sword.
Yeah, well, there's one for that, and then I guess the Gray Fox sword also has that kind of. I don't know if it's like new stuff or just pre-recorded lines, but I think that's kind of funny.
That's pretty cool. I'd be into buying like costumes and weapons. Like they're cheap. Like the costume, the one I'm wearing. Well, the one I'm wearing right now is kind of the prequel level costume. But the Metal Gear 4 Raiden, it was $2, And I feel like that was totally fine.
And if you want to just support the company that made it.
Yeah, and if the sword's going to be $2 or they give me like a combo pack of stuff, I'll get that. I'm definitely interested in the DLC. If they do story stuff, that'd be great. But I'm even into the VR missions. Like, I'll definitely run and play through it. Like, my goal with this is to, since it is so short, it's really easy and fun to kind of go through and collect, just try to 100% it.
Oh yeah, that's what I love about most Platinum games, is they really just focus on replayability, like with the difficulty levels and collectibles and stuff.
And as far as Metal Gear, like, God, I am still getting weapons and items that I haven't crafted in Peace Walker. Like, there's a ton of shit I still haven't gotten.
Oh yeah.
I don't know how to get my fucking engineering level up that high. But hey, white first world problems. I almost said white person problems.
That same thing. Same idea, basically.
I guess. But that's a racist connotation, thinking that only white people live in the first world.
Yeah, that's true, but whatever. Silver lining.
Silver Linings Playbook, right? When they sold out at the theater and I couldn't go see it for the matinee price. White girl problems. Y'all hear what I'm saying? Is that a girl? Is that a chick flick? I don't even know what that is. I heard it's good.
Who knows? I don't know.
You're not a Silver Linings Playbook fan?
No, don't watch a whole lot of movies, to be honest.
Well, what about... You don't watch a whole lot of movies? There's so many good movies.
Well, not like in theaters. I don't know. I just don't see much reason to go to the theater. I'll rent movies. I finally got Netflix, and I love that.
Finally?
Yeah, I'm the last guy on the fucking bandwagon.
Yeah, dude, going to the movies is still really fun, though, dude. I enjoy going to the
theater. It's not that I hate going to the movies. It's
going
just,
to the cinema.
It's expensive and stuff, so...
It is expensive. It's a rare deal. I think last time I went to go see a movie, I don't remember if it was Django Unchained, or I saw that, and I saw
yeah, last one I saw was either Django or Les Mis. I forget which one I saw first, but I saw both of them.
Yeah, Zero Dark 30, that was fun in the theaters, just because it was such a big over-the-top kind of like drama and then super third act action kind of thing. I was stoked.
I do feel like action movies are, benefit from a nice theater.
Yeah. Especially when you're like with some friends, you can just laugh your ass off. Like seeing Untouchable, or what was it? Not Untouchables. Expendables 2 in the theater with like Rocco and Eric and Brian and stuff. That was a lot of fun. I think Kevin was there too.
Mm-hmm. Generally action and maybe even like comedies, because I feel like, if you go to a theater, you're going to expect an audience who might be a little unruly, and it's a lot more acceptable in an action or comedy movie.
Yeah. I don't know if I like comedies in a public setting though.
That's true. I can understand that. I do actually like. I'll always remember when I saw Clerks 2 in theaters. There was an audience who laughed when appropriate, and there was a general like murmur in the background until at the very end where Jay like kind of prods Silent Bob to speak, and then you could hear like a pin drop in the theater. So that audience got it.
That's cool. They knew when to shut up.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, there's a lot of people that don't know how to shut up. Oh, I totally did that wrong.
And I was actually, I don't know, this is kind of just a question I thought of. You like the Final Fantasy games. Do you have a favorite one?
Yeah, 7. I'm gonna go Final Fantasy 7.
Are they ever gonna make that remake, do you think?
Dude, if they keep losing money on the shitty Final Fantasy games they're making, they'll have to.
Yeah, that was actually my favorite part of the PS4 conference. I laughed so hard when the Square Enix spokesman came out and said, like, we're working on Final Fantasy 14, the remake, whatever, that we're doing for PS4. It's going to be an MMO online. And then he read the time.
Okay.
And I was in, like, a chat with some other people, and we were just thinking, like, what could they possibly have to announce that they'd have to bring out the head of Square Enix? Because we had been joking, like, are they going to show, more remake footage that ultimately goes nowhere? And he just comes out and says, we're working on another Final Fantasy for the PS4.
And that's all.
And then leaves. I laughed so hard. Because so many people, like, in that chat room were just Oh, so upset.
Yeah, like what? I mean, okay, that's not really any news. Of course, Square Enix is working on a next Final Fantasy.
Exactly.
They'll always be working on whatever the next Final Fantasy will be forever, until Final Fantasy doesn't sell anymore. Which, if they keep it up, might happen.
Well, your favorite 7? I don't know. I didn't really like 7 as much.
8 too. 12 had the best gameplay in my opinion in battle. 12.
I've never actually played 12.
Oh,
I've
man.
always meant to, but I probably will someday.
12 is great.
I think 10 is my favorite number just solely for the gameplay, just because I love turn-based gameplay.
Oh, I thought 10 was just your favorite number, as in like you like it more than 8 or 7.
No, 12 is my favorite number.
12 is? Oh.
Yeah.
But 10 is your favorite Final Fantasy game.
Yeah, solely for the gameplay, because I realized the story kind of sucks.
See, that's the one I missed out on. I didn't. That was like the first one voiced by voice actors, correct?
Yeah.
I remember that being like something that I was like oh, it's voiced? Oh, I like creating my own voice for the characters. Not interested. And I like skipped out on that one. I played 9 and I played 11, but I missed 10. 11 sucked.
Yeah, well, 11 was an MMO. It was different, obviously.
Yeah, it took
Although
fucking
I did
ever.
actually like, it's not a numbered one, but Tactics A2 was probably also one of my favorites.
Did you
Because
play?
I love the Tactics games.
Did you play Theatrhythm?
No, I didn't.
That was fun.
I don't have a 3DS. So.
Oh shit! What do you gotta get on it, man?
Yeah, I do.
No. What do you have? You're mainly an Xbox guy, huh?
No, actually, I'm mainly a PC guy, but I also have a PS3.
Okay.
Yeah. And it's funny how you guys were talking about like demo discs earlier.
Yeah.
One of the first like demo discs I got from my original PlayStation, I got from like a Pizza Hut when they were doing their whole thing.
That's what I think Cody was talking about. Yeah, Pizza Hut demo discs.
Yeah, though they did a couple of those, I guess, just throughout the years. First time I ever played Final Fantasy was one came with a demo of 8, and that was like the first. I remember playing that demo, and that blew me away because it was I had never seen like pre-rendered footage and orchestral music and realistic graphics, and it kind of blew me away. Like especially the music, and which kind of sucks because I went out and bought 8 and. I guess in the demo they had enough room to use an MP3, but in the game they only had enough room to use MIDIs.
Really?
So I was just like, okay, I don't like this game that much anymore.
Dude, that's a total bummer.
Yeah. But whatever.
Yeah, it happens.
Limitations. I understand there are limitations. It's just a little bit of a bummer.
That's interesting though that in the demo it was an MP3 and then.
Yeah, I guess there was probably just way too much other content in the actual game.
And they're like,
it all
shit,
on a disc.
We gotta
But
fit
now-
it on one disc.
Yeah, but now that we got everything, digital and stuff, maybe we can fix. That's not an issue anymore.
Yeah.
Except for Metal Gear Solid 4 had that problem too.
Did it?
Metal Gear Solid 4 was it had a big problem with it used a full dual layered Blu-ray because Kojima insisted on 7.1 surround sound.
Oh yeah.
Which is cool, but at the same time, it was 2008, where not a lot of people even had 5.1.
I know. I think like in the last year, in 2012, finally got 7.1. And,
yeah, I still don't have 5.1.
I have never played Metal Gear 4 in 7.1.
Yeah.
And at the time when it came out, yeah, I did not have 5.1 either. That's interesting. Well, he I guess foresaw, the future.
Well, yeah, but it's a good way of future-proofing, I guess.
Yeah, he's definitely like ahead of his game, as he's proven with his game development. So I would trust his decisions.
Oh, absolutely. He knows what he's doing. He's been in this industry for 25 years now.
He looks so young as well.
Oh yeah, that's actually the crazy part.
They say black don't crack, but I'm thinking it might be Asian.
Who says that?
Who says that?
Yeah.
White people. White people say stuff like that.
Makes sense.
They say black don't crack. They say all kinds of like cute little rhymes and stuff. It's weird. It's weird. We're weird.
Yeah, white people are dumb.
Well, pretty much.
Yeah.
Oh, Ripper.
I'm one of them, I know.
Ripper tutorial, dude. So sick.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, well, thank you for calling in, man. I hope you go out and get Revengeance and have some fun with it. I think you'll do it.
I think I definitely will, because this is definitely a game that's like right up my alley. And hey, I'm actually excited. One of the things I was actually not iffy about, but just kind of concerned about was there's a lot of, you know, with the cutting mechanic, a lot of that's what I'm looking for, just stuff on the screen.
Yes.
Yeah, and it fades away very quick. That's why I was excited for PS4 having that 8 gigs of RAM. That stuff will stay around a long time.
Yeah. Yeah, dead bodies on the floor and
the
such.
one game they actually showed even was just all about like a guy who can just assemble from shit on the ground.
I saw that. I saw the video that they aired of that. What was that called? Spec? Or some shit?
Knack.
Knack. Yeah.
Yeah.
Not Spec.
Yeah. I mean, probably not going to get that game, but it's to me it just struck me as one of the. Every system has a launch game that's kind of just a tech demo.
Yeah, and it looked like that. It had kind of a unique art style, and I could tell this is a launch game, but you know, whatever.
Yeah, but whatever. I mean, every system's gonna have that, and I'm sure it won't be like a terrible game. But
well, I don't know. I feel like with this new generation, the launch titles aren't the best, but they're not as bad as like, dude, PS2 launches like Summoner and The Bouncer.
The Bouncer, yeah.
The Bouncer, was that even launch, or was it just like?
I think it was launch.
First couple months. God, those games were just woohoo, god awful. But like Zombie U was a launch title, and that was a good game, you know, for what it was.
Yeah, you never know. I mean, hell, all the games they announced, I was excited for a few of them. New Infamous, new Final Fantasy, and all that other good stuff.
Yeah, true that. Yeah. True that. Look at this: jump, spin, grab the spine, land, grab that other spine. Ooh, second spine in a row. See how I comboed that?
Damn, son.
That's how I do it. That's how I roll. Oh, one left. Oh.
Easy ninja.
I'll take your spine too. All right. Hey, thanks for calling in, man.
Hey, no problem.
All right. Peace.